our previous video, we talked about emotions being God's gift, and we also mentioned that we have to stay on top of our emotions. For today's video, we will be talking about reasons why teens should learn how to manage their emotions. The first reason is because we may end up with severe pain or we may inflict pain on others if we blindly follow our emotions. Our emotions are highly unpredictable. They are constantly changing, easily wavered, in Filipino, marupok. In fact, the Bible says in Jeremiah 17 verse 9, "The heart is more deceitful than all else and is desperately sick. Who can understand it?" Our lives should not be based on something so fragile or deceitful. This is the reason why adults constantly tell young people not to make major decisions yet because, as I have said before, us teens are highly emotional. And actually, the rational parts of our brains are not yet fully developed and won't be until we reach the age of 25. So if we let our emotions dictate our choices, then there is a high possibility that we would only end up hurting or having regrets. Another reason is because our emotions will control us. Our emotions are powerful. They demand to be felt. They demand to be followed. But actually, our emotions do not think. Sometimes you may feel like you are ugly or you are worthless, but you are not those things. So, you must become stronger than your emotions because the devil may use that to his advantage and magnify all of the thoughts that are lying to you to convince you to stray away from God and do something that will hurt you or your loved ones. It says in 1 Peter 5 verse 8, "Be alert and sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour." When negative emotions make you forget your value and your identity, go back to your truth. Draw near to God and He will remind you of who you are, that you are loved to the extent that someone even died for you. Another reason on why we should learn how to manage our emotions is because our emotions may make our efforts meaningless. As I have said, our emotions do not think, and so they may make us do something foolish that will make our hard work not. So don't let your emotions dictate what you can or can't do, what you should or shouldn't do, because if you do so, you will achieve nothing. Prioritize the truth and don't live by what you feel. Learning how to manage one's emotions is hard because it requires discipline and strength. And although it is easier to follow one's emotions rather than fight them, they may also lead us to harm. And so, brothers and sisters, I leave you with this verse. It says in Proverbs 5 verse 23, "For lack of discipline they will die, led astray by their own great folly. Remember to be wise." And even though emotions are very hard to deal with, especially negative ones, remember that you can always run to God. Whether